What's up, everybody? Now we gotta talk about killing bites. Now, I know that episode 1 was intense. Seeing Bloody Roar at his finest hour going in, killing each other to the last one standing. That's how it is. But when I watch Killing Bites some more, it's kind of like what would have happened if you take Juni Tensai Zodiac War, you put it with Bloody Roar, you mix it with the confines of Monster Misune fan service, and then you mix them three together, and then you make Killing Bites. So it's Bloody Roar with Juni Tensai Zodiac War with Monster Misune fan service, make Killing Bites. That's how I see it. Those are the three things I see from this. Now, Killing Bites motto is so complex that you're going to hear this a lot. Matter of fact, I wrote it down so many times because you're going to hear this a lot. And it goes like this: the one with the sharper fangs wins. That's what Killing Bites is. So take note, you're gonna hear that for a long time in this series. You will definitely hear that a lot, especially from Hitomi. You're gonna hear that a lot from her. That motto will definitely stay as long. Meaning it doesn't matter. Meaning it doesn't matter what animal spirit you have. It doesn't matter. It all depends on your abilities with the fangs. The sharper fangs can win. So it doesn't matter what animal you have. So he told me, being that she brolic and all, she stood toe to toe against the Porcupine. Now in episode 2, it continues the continuation of that match. Continue with the Porcupine and the Honey Badger. And you gotta love the Porcupine's attributes, because one thing I like about Killing Bites is that it's actually revealing every animal's abilities, because we don't know for ourselves what they are. For a porcupine perspective, some of us know what a porcupine is, some of us don't even know what a porcupine is or what their quills are for. That's what Killing Bites does. It shows animals and their abilities. And the porcupine's ability, from the back, she kind of looked like a Super Saiyan 3 type thing with many quills on the side. So if you just look from the back side, she has this Super Saiyan, kind of like Super Saiyan 3 times 3 times 3 with all the little hair just sticking out back of it. But that's the porcupine's quills. And they demonstrate how porcupine quills are for, being a defensive shell that they are, pulling quills are sticking out on them. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. So the fight with Hitomi looks hot, kicking ass with just a tank top and panties. She could fight in that Honey Badger form, going in and you got the porcupine doing Raging Storm, which is kind of like throwing quills at her. But the way how she did it is kind of like Renamon in Digimon Season 3. You know what Renamon does, like Diamond Storm, and they got all that Diamond Storm leaves coming out of it. The same thing she did with just a bunch of quills. And everybody thought, come on guys, he told me he's brolic. She could withstand those. And just like that, she got up. But the way she got up, she's like, oh, this is bored. What's new? She's like, these can't do shit, because the Honey Badger skin is so thick and they can't do shit. And then one scratch, killed, well, not really killed, more like scratched the hell out of the porcupine. So yeah, that was a good fight. And just when the porcupine's about to get up, you got this big guy just shot the charger, like Left 4 Dead, kind of a charger, just knocked the porcupine out. Now this guy Kujima, I can't pronounce his name, but I could tell based off his abilities, he's the hippo. Like, if you watch the trailer, The Killing Bites, look closely, and you could tell that he's a hippo. I'm just saying, he's the hippo. But his face is so done. He reminds me of for a big guy with a big stomach, he reminds me of like Andre from Prison School with a little bit of Bob or Rufus from Street Fighter or Tekken. You know what I mean? For a big guy, he could actually move and fight. But that's how I see it. So he didn't want to fight he didn't want to fight the Honey Badger. All he asked was, I want to join the faction. I want you to join the group. Now, I'm not good with faction names, but I wrote down the faction to make sure we get it right. So there are 4 factions here. There's a Ishida faction, the Mitsukado faction, the Yatoshushi faction, and the Tsutimoto faction. Forget I said those 4 things. But those are the 4 factions. Now, this is like Zodiac War, where it's just like representing which faction you want to be in. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat X. When you play at the start of Mortal Kombat X, they're going to ask you, what faction do you want to choose? You want to choose the Brothers of the Destruction? You want to join the Lin Kuei? that kind of thing. You know, that's Mortal Kombat right there, choosing a faction. So, without any hesitation, she didn't want to join no faction, but with a word from her mentor, she got all blush. She said, okay, I'll join your faction. So she joined the Ishida faction. Point blank. Now, there were some perverts and some panty shots in this. Really great ones. Like, the one when he wakes up and he sees, like, he could see her panties. That was a funny, good panty shot right there. So, anyway, he goes to college, you know, he living a normal life. And you got his big friend who reminds me, I don't know why, but he reminds me of that perverted guy, somewhat of a, from Monster Misune. You know, from Monster Misune that were trying to take a photo of Pappy giving birth. That perverted guy. He looked exactly like him a little bit. And then it's kind of weird, like having a high school girl going to a college, you know. People find it a bit weird, but she's just there to look at the college. Now, we get the college life. We get it. Professors there giving you lectures after lectures, and people don't give a fuck. They people on their phones. That's how college are at times. Especially if it's a big college campus college class like that is big. And nobody don't give a fuck about it. They're either sleeping or playing Pokemon or playing either playing Pokemon, playing Smash Brothers, because everybody else, or Mario Party, because everybody else had their DS out and their phones up. But most people had their DS out like they're playing Pokemon, and they don't give a fuck about his lecture. Even though for an old man like him, they don't give a fuck. They're like, okay, playing. Now there's this new character. Now we all know that in this show we're gonna have introduced new characters. They did in the opening, but now we see him in the new show. We see him in episode 2 now with the Cheetah, and her name is Eruza. Now, I hope I'm saying her name right, Eruza. Now, we all know, based off her speed, based off her athletic abilities, we all know what her animal power she was going to have. The Cheetah. So let me see. We got a Cheetah in Bloody Roar confirmed. Now we got a Cheetah in Killing Bites. Good. Now, the Cheetah, she's a pervert. Like, she saw Hitomi in the bathroom, panties down, and she jumped up from the bathroom door, grabbed her panties, and dipped. And dipped. Like, literally dipped. Grabbed her panties, and then when he knocked, and then as Hitomi was chasing her, he fell down. She fell down with him, and he sees everything under that dress that we don't, but we all know, based off screenshot-wise, we all know where the head is looking down at. So we're going to ignore that. And everybody's thinking like, oh, they're furries? Is this a drama club? See, people don't know what they actually is going on. But back to what I was saying. She literally grabbed the panties and fought her at good speed because she's a cheetah. Obviously one of the fastest animals in the world. Bar none. And she was about to kill her, but then bite. She bit him like, it was nothing. That's how honey badgers are. They vicious. Don't judge the height of a honey badger. Oh, and by the way, funny thing about her was that when she had her, remember, she was in a school uniform, so the tail is lifting up so you can see her ass. So it's kind of great to see some ass shots on that one. But anyway, as soon as the fight was about to continue, this bear just came in and just knocked down this tree to stop the fight. And this bear was brawling. This isn't even a normal hyper bear. It was a tall-ass bear. And this normal guy, I don't know, he just so normal, but he wants her to join the faction. So there's like, okay, she don't really care. Hitomi's one of those girls, like, she don't care what faction. She just want to fight. And that's how Hitomi is. Everybody likes her. I like her too. So he was about to kill it. She was about to kill this regular human, but they're like, no, grab him by the tree. And he's all calm about it. Like, he don't care he don't care if you want to die. He don't give a fuck. Now, but anyway, this episode was really, I won't say rush, but I gotta say this episode was really fun to watch, seeing all the fight scenes in this, mostly with the cheetah and the honey badger, and but it was really funny to see some panty shots, some ass shots, some fan services now for everybody to enjoy, yeah, and especially after the credits, we get to see more from the normal girl who's enjoying her sweet time with Hitomi, like some Uranus of citrus. But no, she really loves her with this, you know how the symbiotic relationship between the bird and her. So that's the symbolism right there. And we see Kazura eating with her brother, which we all know who who her brother was. It was kind of obvious because the lion and the cheetah are so similar to the cat family, so they kind of like brothers and sisters. You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah. But next week, oh my god, next week we're about to see something really exciting. We're about to see some furries and maid outfits, and the debut of the bunny, of the review of the bunny girl that everybody loves. So let's get down with that fan service next week. Let's all get down with that. So, like I said, episode 2 was really good, and remember, the one with the sharpest fang wins, and that's what Killer Bite is. Remember, you're gonna hit out a lot. So, tune in next week for episode 3 of one of the fan service episodes we're about to see next week of Killing Bites.